We are good. We are recording. So first I wanted to tell you guys all thank you for being here. And I'm super excited to see all of you. I'm so excited to hear all of your guys' good news, and it just gets me pumped up. I don't know if anybody was on the Team Forward Fitness call yesterday with Janelle Summers. Raise your hand if you were on that call. No? Do you guys know who Janelle Summers is? It's actually Chalene Johnson's little sister. And it was pretty awesome to be like staring at her face talking to me. I was running errands, so I just listened in my car with my headphones. But the whole hour was all on like pages. So if you guys are setting up a like page and you have questions or concerns, she is like the lady for like pages. So I have 5 pages of notes from that call. And it's in the Team Forward Fitness files page. There is a recording of it. It's pretty awesome. Anyways, before the call, did any of you guys see last week that Brigida made it into the Millionaires Club? Okay. Did anybody see that so me and like 29 of her other diamond coaches decided to get her a gift? Did you guys see what she was going to do? Yeah? So any donations, she has the link on the Team Forward Fitness page. So there is a girl that had a brain aneurysm or a stroke. I can't remember which one. Anyway, she's one of Nina's customers, and she had some sort of brain aneurysm. They actually had to remove the left quadrant of her brain and put it in her stomach because there was so much swelling. And then when the swelling went down, they were able to re-put the brain back in, and she has such a long line of recovery. And Brigida decided, because we set up kind of like a charity for her, because she's not one to really accept gifts. So she always likes to pay it forward. So we decided we're going to set up a charity fund for her, and we're going to donate all this money. So she got to decide where it was going to go, and she decided to double that offer. And instead of just doing one charity, she's going to do a charity for cancer and a charity for this girl. And she's matching anything you donate. And there's a PayPal account. So even if you donate $2, she donates $2. And it's all this week. So I suggest everybody, even if you can only afford $5, it's such a great paying it forward, and it's such a great example of what this team stands for. And so she's not only using her money for good, but she's always teaching us to do the same thing. So anyways, if you haven't watched that, get on the Team Forward Fitness page, look that up. Nobody needs to feel like they need to donate like $100 or anything. Just donate, seriously, even $2 and just to know that you're like a part of that is pretty awesome. So I feel like we had such a great call last week. I don't know if I can even match up to what Julie talked, but first off, I want to ask each one of you individually how you're doing and what is working. So I'm going to go with Susan. I'm going to unmute Susan. She's getting picked on first.
Okay.
How are things going?
I am feeling good as far as my weight. I am feeling good that way. I am struggling with the other way of getting others to join with me. I'm feeling frustrated that way. And I'm trying to do all those things that I've been taught by you and the coach and what am I trying to say?
The university.
Right, Coach University and then to Diamond, that little group. And I don't know whether I maybe need to put some more I think maybe I'm slacking, maybe as far as the work goes. Maybe I need to be better at that and putting more of my, like, I try to do messages with people, and then I always get people like my comments, or I never get any responses as, hey, I want to join you.
I think we all probably feel that way. And I want you to know that even top coaches who have been in the business for 3-5 years, they still feel that way. So let me ask you a few questions. The people
Okay.
who are liking your posts, are you private messaging them?
Not all the time. There have been a couple of them I have, but not all the time. So I need to be better at that.
Write down a goal to private message, and in the morning I will look to see who has liked my last few posts, and then I'll go to their Facebook page and I will look at something that I could strike up a conversation, and I will strike up a conversation with them. And it doesn't have anything to do with Beachbody. It will just be like, or even just say, hey, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for liking my post. It's so scary to put yourself out there. How have you been? A couple of calls back, we talked about our warm market. And our warm market is basically all of those people who are going to comment on your post, and they're going to be your friends and family. They're like, yes, I'm jumping in right now today. Let's do it. And once that is gone, you kind of have to dig through the trenches, like through messaging and talking to people rather than just relying on the posts. Because a lot of times I've noticed people are scared and they kind of want to feel invited. So think about you, put yourself as a college recruiter, and you are trying to recruit somebody to your team. You are not going to not send them a letter or not send them an email. I have some background noise. Let me see if I can find where that is. Okay, that's better. You are going to be sending them emails, telling them that you think they're important, that you want them on their team because of X, Y, and Z, because they are good at this and they can bring this to the table. And when you're just complimenting people and just kind of putting yourself out there and making conversations with them, they're going to seem and become more interested in you. So even if they're not ready at that moment, they're going to remember, even if it's like, oh, I love your shirt in that post that you just had, like private message somebody that. And when we've talked about the Facebook, I can never remember the correct terminology, but like this is what Facebook does. So let's say me and all the coaches on this team and everybody in our ward always likes your Facebook posts. So we're the only ones that see them.
Okay.
Because if you're not liking and commenting on other people besides the coaches, like new people or people that you haven't reconnected with, those people aren't even seeing your posts. So we can put a post out there and be like, I freaking suck because nobody even commented on it. But actually, it's just the 25 people who you do talk to on Facebook are the only people that actually saw it. And so they're like, oh yeah, good job, you're doing awesome. But they're the only ones even seeing it. The rest of the 300 friends on Facebook, they don't even see it. So algorithm, it's called the Facebook algorithm. Can somebody remember that? Because I never can.
Okay.
So the Facebook algorithm. So I have noticed when I'm doing my personal messaging in the morning, that the next following couple of days, the people who I have talked to are the ones who are liking my post because it's popping up in their news feed, whereas before it wasn't. So,
okay.
like on my list of tasks and things to do daily, I have go through everybody on my friends list with the last name that starts with A and either like or comment on, or both, like and comment on one of their pictures.
Okay.
And you might get some crazy girlfriends who are jealous, who think that you're like trying to get their man. But just let them know, I'm just trying to build my business here. That's
Yeah.
all. And maybe they'll become a new coach. That's kind of an experience I had. But so when we are doing that, then Facebook thinks, oh, these people are really friends. They really have a connection, and it's important that I show Susan's stuff to this person. Otherwise, Facebook doesn't feel that it's important. So every time you guys are putting your posts out there and you get all of us coaches and your mom and your brother and your sister who are the only ones who like it, don't be like, I'm failing, I suck at this. It's literally because nobody else is saying it. So it's
Okay.
so important to message new people. And I've even gone as far as like, oh my gosh, I love your lipstick in that picture. What lipstick is that? Or your boots are so cute in your family pictures. Where did you get those? And people answer that. And then they will go to your page and be like, who is this? And they'll be like, oh, look at the success she has had. Holy moly. You know what I mean? And you
Yeah.
just kind of keep a conversation rolling. And a couple of the people will then start commenting on your posts. So
Okay.
just change that little tweak, and let's see, after a week of you doing that, make it a goal to personally message 5 people and comment on at least 10 to 15. Like, just go out and pour out love, just compliment people. And
Okay.
so at first I kind of felt like, well, I don't really know this person, but if the picture grabbed my attention, I'm going to tell them why it grabbed my attention. You know, like that was precious, or I love that, or just add a little comment. I promise you, when people feel that you are interested in them, they will become interested in you.
Okay.
Does
And
that?
then one more question I have is, in order to get to Ruby, you do have to get your people that is it 2 people to get to Emerald?
2 people would be diamond. So if you had 4 coaches on each leg, and
Okay.
1 coach on your left and 1 coach on your right went emerald, then you would be diamond. If you had 4 people on your left leg and 4 people on your right leg, and somebody at your right leg went emerald, you would be ruby.
Okay, so so 4
I know,
people
it's
on
confusing.
the right leg.
You'd have to have 4 people on each leg,
Okay.
and 1, or maybe you are a ruby coach when you get 4. No, and then 1 person goes emerald. That would make you ruby. And then if 2 people go emerald, 1 on each side. So I know for Karen and I, we both had like 3 emerald coaches on 1 leg. So it took,
Wow.
so we finally had to get like somebody to the left leg, and it's like that for star diamond and 2 star, you know, it's for all of the way. You have to kind of evenly have, I know they say to like build your weak leg, but, and that's good because that's going to give you more team cycle bonuses. But in order to rank advance, you have to kind of keep, because that proves that you're a leader. So when you've taken the leadership and you are helping other people grow, that's when you rank, when you go up and above and beyond. So I know it feels like such a slow moving, it's like, why am I not there yet? But
No.
you hear
No,
some
I
of,
totally understand. I totally get that.
yeah, but you hear some of the top coaches that are like, it took me 6 months, 7 months to get to diamond, or even to get to emerald. You know, it's, and I love the call. Was it, which call was it? It was something about blooming where you're planted, and that every step of the business, if you are doing all of the steps and your business is not moving forward, and you can truly say, I'm sending invites, I'm putting out my posts, I'm loving on other people, I'm liking other people's stuff, then it is just your time to be right here, right now. And there was one of the coaches at Summit that said, you know, she was so frustrated because her business wasn't moving forward, and she was like doing everything she needed to do. She was praying, why is this not happening? And then her best friend came down with cancer. And she was thinking, had I have gone diamond and I had this team that I had to lead, I would not have been able to step back and take care of my friend. So she's like, really, you just have to realize that you are where you are in the phase of your business because it's where you need to be. So, but there's always, you know, I'm always checking myself. Like last month, I sucked. I did. I didn't grow my business. I didn't move forward. And it was because I was not loving on people and I was not sending out enough invites and messages.
Okay, I will work on that.
So
Thank you.
You're welcome. But I do love all of your posts, and I think you're doing amazing. And every single week, like there's just this glow, and you're radiating. And
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
I do know that I do know that you go out and you give love, because every single person you talk to, they're like, I saw Susan and she was smiling.
Yeah.
So
That's right. That's right. I try.
Yep.
Sometimes it might be fake. No.
That's okay. We fake it till we make it.
That's right. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to pick on Camille.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Yeah, I pushed through some really big things, so I'm doing good now.
Good. And you set up your own challenge group.
I set up my own challenge group, yeah.
That is such a huge... Were you like so proud of yourself?
It was huge for me because I had to work through some things before I did, and they were really big. And now it's just kind of learning how to do it. So
Yeah, but isn't it empowering though? It's empowering.
It's way fun. It's so much fun, and it makes you feel good. And like I think it's really going to be me talking at first, and they'll like some things, and then it'll just. But they've already, like last night I sat in bed, and yesterday was my first day, and I had some people comment and actually, you know, start their own conversation and conversations with others in the group. And I'm like, I looked at Bruce last night, but I'm like, oh my gosh, they're totally like, they're talking to each other. This is, I mean, it makes you feel so good that this is something that you've kind of helped put them together, and you just want them to succeed. I totally get it now. I mean, it's before you get your own group, you want to help people, but when you get your own group, that's a whole nother step.
It is.
So,
It's like you're gathering all your people and you just love them so much, and you just want, like, I feel like sometimes you want more than they want it. Like you're like, I just want to see this for you. I just want to hop inside of you and do it for you.
yeah, and it's been fun because yesterday I sat and I cooked and I took pictures and posted some fun stuff and some things that helped me. So that was really fun. It's like, wow, I'm really doing this.
Yeah,
so
that's exciting.
It's just, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm just at the very beginning stages. So
good. And I want you guys all to know, like, if you do something and you jump across a hurdle that was really scary, put it in the team page, because I guarantee you, we're either stuck at that gate and we can't cross it, or we've just crossed it and we want to celebrate with you. But we all are here, like, jumping through these scary things together. So don't ever be, like, literally, it's our team page. It's not mine. So if you have, like, an aha moment or something, or you want to make a video and talk to us, do it, please. Because we are all in this together, and I am waiting for a video. I hope you know. You know.
Okay. Oh yeah, I know.
And if you need me to come,
get that one going.
if you need me to come film it, I will.
Yeah, I will definitely. I've got to get that one out there. I have to go get a chicken first.
Okay.
So.
Camille's going to start making videos, cooking videos. And this is what is so cool about this business is, like, all of our individual talents, when we give those to the world, that is what is going to grow our business. When we are giving out knowledge and information, and so, if you're good at knitting, if you're good at scrapbooking, if you're good at braiding hair, which I'm not, and I do hair. I cannot do a braid to save my life. But when you are like sharing this with everybody, that's what brings them back to you because they grow a trust in you. And so Camille has this personality and she's going to do this fun thing that she's done with her kids. And literally, it's going to draw so many people just because you're being you. And that's what's cool about this business is just by being you, you bring people in and people connect. So we're all excited to watch the chicken video. We're all going to be rooting for you. And if you need us all to come to your house and we can have like scenes, we can do that.
I do have to. Oh, yeah. That's another fun one, too. I might have to have somebody record me doing that, too.
Yeah, we have to.
My husband was so good. He's so excited for me to do something that makes me happy and that kind of gives me purpose that he actually, wow, I'm going to cry. He actually put, like he's got his own office in our house and he's got nice computers and everything for him. But in the kitchen, we have this big hutch that's always been set up for a computer. And so he actually this weekend got the computer installed. And we're still waiting on a huge computer screen. But to me, that's huge to me because it's like he knows I can do this. Even this weekend, when I got this group all set up, I said, Bruce, look at my page. I did this all by myself. And I have never done anything like this. I've always been a mom. I've always been a wife. I've always given to everybody else. I've really never done anything for me. Mm-hmm. And he just looked at me and he said, I knew you could. I knew you could do this, Camille. And so that's a really big deal for me, too. So anyways, this whole thing it's for me. I'm just going to love it. And it's going to give me purpose. And I want to help others to be the absolute best that they can be so they can in turn be more. Because I know what it's done for me. So I totally didn't mean to cry.
No, I love it. And
anyways.
And I love hearing your guys' stuff. And I love seeing the growth and I love seeing the happiness. And that is what it's all about. It is all about reminding yourself that you still can be a mom and be a wife. But you can do something that's going to benefit you and others. And it's incredible. I'm excited for you. Proud of you for setting up your own group.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions for me right now?
No, actually, what Susan asked was really helpful because I go on there and I love I have so much fun with friends, but yeah, there's always people that you're like, okay, how can I grow it more? Mm-hmm. So that was really helpful.
Okay. And I do know that you set up a like page too. And that call with Janelle Summers is so informative. She teaches you how to, or she tells you like all the important things of a like page, and like pages take forever to grow. But it is really one of our best assets when we are going outside of our warm market to bring new people in. And I took lead from Jill this week, Jill was trying to figure out like pages, and it's too bad that Janelle's call wasn't last week, and I don't know if Jill's on the call today, but Jill had started paying $5 a day for Facebook to go out and find other people to like her page. And she's grown like 100 people in a week or less. And that's just, you can pay $1 to message them, or you can go to your personal page and friend them and just send them a message and say, hey, thanks for supporting my like page. This is what Janelle said to do. Thank you for supporting my like page. I'm just trying to ask other inspiring women like yourselves, what kinds of things would you like to see from my page? Would you like to see more nutrition? Would you like to see more at-home exercise moves? Would you like to see more recipes? I'm just trying to talk to everybody and see what would be most beneficial to them. And that's a good way to start up a conversation with somebody.
That is really good.
I've grown my like page by like 50 since Jill gave me that advice. And some of the people you look and you're like, oh my, I don't think I want to send you a message, and just don't. because you're trying to attract people like you, right? So if you're like, your boobs are in the page and you're holding a wine cooler, like, we're probably not going to connect.
I don't know. I'm thinking I want to connect with those people.
No, you don't. Anyways, so that call, and I yesterday got so excited to revamp my like page. So if you're feeling
That's
like
really good idea.
you want more information on that, there's that. So,
Okay.
all right, I'm excited. Thank you
Yes.
for talking to us and telling us your excitement. We're excited. Okay, now I'm going to pick on Janice, if she's ready for me.
Hey. Tell me when you're done. Okay, bye. Bye. Hi.
Hi. Sorry, did I catch you at a bad time?
No, Brent was just calling on his lunch break, so.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
So do you have any questions for me? Tell us what's working.
I've noticed, so I've been doing at least 5 personal invites to my challenge group since Friday, I think. And I keep rewording it, and then on Monday I reworded it, and nobody got back to me. Not one person. And then today I reworded it, and most of the people have already got back to me. And so I think the keywords, all that I added was, I don't know if this interests you, but blah, 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 blah. And that's what I've noticed has got people to say, yes, I'm interested, tell me more, or no, I'm not interested, but thanks. And so at least they have a reason to respond to it instead of just, I don't know, but.
And are you noticing that after you are engaging with those people, that they're the ones that are liking on your posts that you're putting out?
Yeah, it's like yesterday I did my Shakeology post with the snickerdoodle recipe. And one of the girls that I sent an invite to my challenge group actually commented on it and said, I've been thinking about trying it, but don't know if I should. And then a lot of people have put their 2 cents in and told her what they thought about it. But I do notice that once I talk to somebody or even say, hey, how are you, they come and start liking my pages and or posts. I mean, so.
Yeah, isn't that just proof that like attracts like? So when you show interest in somebody, they're gonna start looking like, oh my gosh, she showed interest in me. Now I'm gonna go and look at her stuff. Like, what is she up to? Because literally, like I said, if you haven't talked to them, their stuff probably isn't even showing up on their newsfeed. They probably have no clue that you're a coach, and they're like, I have people that I'm talking to that I've known, and I'm thinking, how do you not know I'm a coach? And so when I send them, hey, I don't know if you're interested in this, but I have a challenge group going, they're like, what's that? I'm like, a Beachbody challenge group. Oh, you're a Beachbody coach? But it's like such proof that the algorithm only shows, so many people. So are you still there, Janice? You disappeared. I don't know where she went. Maybe she'll hop back on if she disappeared. Janice? Well, she's gone. Let me see here. I see. Latavia, are you on?
Yeah, I'm here.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. So, talk to us. Questions or complaints or what's going well for you?
Well, I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel. How do you think that goes? Is that successful for people when they do that?
Yes.
I'm kind of unsure about that.
Yes. In fact, that is one of the lessons in Coach University is setting up a YouTube channel. And I think that you know, if you can really get your personality across, you can really do that a lot better through videos than just on Facebook posts. So that's literally how Scotty Hobbs and Lindsay Matway started their business in the beginning, is through YouTube videos, especially Scotty, and that's still how he has his business. So I know that if you went on YouTube and you said how to build your Beachbody business on YouTube, there will be like 4 million videos. So
Yeah.
and I also
Okay.
I was talking to Camille too the other day with videos. Periscope is like the next biggest thing. Have you heard of Periscope?
No.
So Periscope is connected to Twitter. It doesn't have to be connected to Twitter. I believe you can connect it to Pinterest, to YouTube, and to Facebook also. But they're live
Okay.
videos. So you can get on and talk, and people can ask you questions. So it will basically be like a YouTube video. People can ask you questions. They can interact with you just through typing, and like they tap on the picture and it gives you hearts, and you can see like I showed it to Camille, and there was this dude sitting in an airport, and he had like 400 people on his video watching him, and he literally had like the phone up to his face and headphones on. He's like, so yeah, I'm just at the airport, and like there's nobody here because it's 5 o'clock in the morning. And he's like, oh, cool, there's 400 people watching this. And I'm like, people all over the world were watching this dork at the airport. So Chalene Johnson said that Periscope is going to be bigger than Facebook. It's going to be bigger than YouTube. So if you like have the confidence and you want to go out and start making videos, do it on Periscope, or hook your Periscope to your YouTube so that then it saves it, because Periscope videos are only live for so long and then they disappear. So
Okay.
and if you're building your business and Chalene Johnson feels that you are adding value, you can shout her out, and she will like ask her followers to follow you. So look into that too.
Cool.
So definitely go for it. Get on YouTube, sister.
Okay. I will do.
Any other questions for me?
I don't think so. I think I was going to try and start a like page too, but we've talked about that a lot, so I might just jump in and do that too.
Okay. If you do that, listen to Janelle's call. And I will tell you, like, I started my like page in April, and
Yeah.
I get 2 likes. Like, it's way more silent than regular Facebook. It's kind of awful. But she was saying your coach sneak peeks. She said, go on your like page. And in fact, our coach sneak peek that's coming up next week, which we should all start advertising for, we can put that on our like page and then boost it for like $5. And she said, like, you're going to get the most bang for your buck if you boost it for like 30 just for a week. But
Yeah.
I don't really want to spend $30 on a boost. And right now Brigida's spending $150 a week on boosting her like page, but it's bringing her like 25 new coaches a week. So like pages are definitely a way to branch out from your one market. But
Okay.
and even if you start a like page and you don't launch it, so in the Coach University, they suggest to start your like page, get like 10 or 15 posts up, and you should be posting to your like page 3 to 5 times a day also. And then start inviting your friends or like sharing it to your normal page. I don't know if you've noticed, I've done that a few times. I kind of gave up on my like page last month, like probably from July until last month. And last month when I called Brigida and I was like, yeah, nobody's interested. And she was like, yeah, because you're not personal messaging anybody. So we went through all of that. And then she said, get back on your like page. And even if you have 3 likes, like feel that that's a victory, because She said for like 6 or 8 months of her like page, she would literally have 0 people liking anything. So it takes a long
Okay.
time to grow. Just don't get discouraged and be consistent.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. So, but I think you're rocking it.
Thank you. I'm trying, doing my best.
40 personal messages plus a day. That is impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I try and do that every day. Like yesterday, it was definitely a 40 day. It takes a lot of work and a lot of time, but I still I don't know. I'm just one of those people. I just put myself out there, and I don't really care. Like, if you give me a big, huge, fat no, like that gives me more, like, desire to push more. So, but yeah, that's really helped me a ton. And then I've just got on my mom's friend page and checked out all of her friends. And I was like, oh, I'm not friends with that person, but yet I babysat their kids like 18,000 years ago. So I'll add them to my friend list, and then I'll personally message them about the challenge group. And I've gotten a few people that way. So if you have like family and friends, and they have friends, then maybe that would help some of you too.
That is such a good piece of advice. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
That is so golden. So one of the other coaches, I actually went to high school with her, don't know her that well, but we've kind of messaged on Facebook a little bit. This is what she was doing, and it's kind of similar to that. She was going to the friends list of her current challengers, and this is a great idea too. Go to the friends list of your current challengers, and you have to get permission from your challengers though to like tell people that they're in your challenge. And she'll just say, hey, Latavia's in my challenge group. Like, we're having so much fun. There's just positive, inspiring women in the group. Since I knew that you had this friend in there, I was wondering if you wanted to join too.
And I've done that a couple of times, and that does help a ton.
Yeah, and I thought, thank you for bringing that up, because I had forgot that she told me that. That is such good advice.
Yes. And then I was going to tell all of you too that, I lose my train of thought. I had to go along with the line. Oh, every time I get a challenger to do the challenge with me, I'm always like, hey, do you have like a sister in mind or siblings or really good friends that want to do the challenge with you? Because if you bring them on board, I'll do this and this and this, or I'll give you a piece of jewelry, because the bribery always works.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, wait, I do have a sister, and I think I'm going to invite her because it would be so much more fun to do that with her. So thanks for asking, and I'll get back to you and let you know if she can do it or not. So that's helped a ton too.
That is like, are you guys writing this down? Golden nuggets here from Tavia. That is such a good idea. And
yeah, that's
Latavia has a jewelry business too. So if you guys want to offer that and you want to get jewelry from her to do that, she can hook you up. She's going to have to hook me up, because the Success Club prize that I got all of you, and Camille can back me up on this, is not cute. I ordered it, and I was so excited for it, and it did not come as what I thought, and it looks like I maybe got it out of like a 25-cent machine in China.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I'm going to need to come shopping maybe this weekend.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Okay. And Latavia is also telling her challengers, for every 4 or 5 pounds that they lose, you're offering like an incentive for them too?
Yeah, so yeah, if they lose 5 pounds, for every 5 pounds they lose, they get a piece of jewelry, and I just mail it to them. And then even for signing up for the challenge group, I give them a piece of jewelry. I mean, I kind of bribe them a ton, but it kind of gets the ball moving. They're like, oh, I love jewelry, and when can I get that? Well, you have to sign up first, and then I'll send it to you. Just send me your address, and I'll send it to you. And then I'm giving my challengers like the $80 3-day refresh for free if they win the challenge.
Ooh.
And so that's just, people like free stuff. They're earning it. And usually women love jewelry. So bribery not only works for children, but they work for adults. So I'm just going to do it.
That's such a good idea too, because if you're making $40 off of a challenge pack and you spend $5 on a bracelet or $8, because you can go on Jane, or I don't know how cheap you get your jewelry for, but yeah, and and I know Camille did the same thing for her challengers. Camille bought her challengers bracelet, and it had one of her favorite quotes on it, and it's just fun. It kind of makes you feel part of the community, and I need to be better at doing that too.
Everybody likes to feel like they're acknowledged, and so I just think that's a good way to help them out to get the ball moving.
Yeah, for sure. And I know a couple of my, and this was kind of a little bit more expensive, but the Fixate cookbook, it's $15.95.
Yeah.
But for a couple of my reoccurring challengers who have been like on Shakeology and buying or, involved in the challenge groups, I just said, you know what, I really appreciate all the effort that you put in and everything that you share. So thank you for being on Shakeology for 5 months, and I just wanted to let you know I got you the Fixate cookbook. And yeah, people just,
Awesome.
those are good ideas.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you for sharing those with us.
Problem.
Do you have any questions for me?
I don't think so.
No? All righty. Is there anybody else on the call? Oh, Janice is back. Thank you for sharing that with us, Tavy. I'm going to ask Janice a few more questions real quick.
Okay.
I think we're both unmuting you, Janice. Like, I'm unmuting you, and then it's muting.
There we go. I'm sorry, my computer just randomly shut down, and I'm like, ah.
Oh, that's okay. I'm like, are you there? Are you there? Okay, what were we talking about?
I can't even remember. I think we were talking about liking and commenting on others' pages. And,
Oh, that's right. And how much they come back and like your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I don't remember who I was talking to the other day, but I think I was actually talking to you, and I'll share this with the rest of you guys. But so one of the girls that I had personally messaged and just said, hey, I don't know if you're interested in this, but I have this challenge group. I know that, you're back in school and you like to work out and you have all these kids going to football practice. We're going to have crock pot recipes. Is this anything you'd be interested in? And she said, no, I did a challenge group last year and I didn't like it. It wasn't for me. And then the next day I said, hello, Facebook, I'm doing a 5-day free, sugar detox. She was the very first person to comment, I want to do a sugar detox. And she already had a coach, but then she messaged me and she said, how do I switch over to have you be my coach so I can be in this free challenge group? So she switched over and she's already asking me questions about a regular challenge group. So it just goes to show that like those no's might just mean maybe they're having a bad day. Like one of my people in our primary presidency asked me if I wanted to have a meeting the other day. And I was like so overwhelmed with life and with kids and all their schedules. I was like, don't talk to me about meetings. And, you never know if you're messaging somebody on one of those days. So you totally could just be like catching somebody off guard. And then once they start to think about it, they're like, oh, maybe it just wasn't the right challenge group, or maybe I was just feeling insecure. But now that you invited me, now I want to come in. So I'm glad that you're noticing that. And I'm so proud of you for sending out those messages. I know it's so scary. And if you've, like you said, if you find more like key words that work, put it in the team page and just say, hey, this is what's worked for me, try it out. Because I was going to share with you guys the one that's kind of working for me is, hey girl, I don't know if this is even something you're interested in, but I'm putting together a challenge group with positive, like-minded, inspiring, busy women. And I just really look up to you and how organized you are and how you have things put together. And I know that you'd be a great asset to this group. Is this something you're interested in? And like when you're complimenting them like that, they're like, oh, she likes me. You know, we don't get compliments as moms. We get, come wipe my butt. And that's the wrong sippy cup. So I forgot to put that in the group, but that's what's been working for me. Janice, did you have any questions for me?
Yeah, I was going to ask about Bree doing like a trial challenge group with the 30-day Beachbody on Demand trial, like if you sign up for an account. Would that be a good idea? Would anybody be interested in trying it out with me, or what's your thoughts on that?
I think that is such a good idea. And you could just take all of the posts that you already have in your Dropbox and just say, this is going to cost you $12 for the month. It's basically a free, you know, or say like it's a weight loss challenge and you can just get your free membership. And kind of like what I did with the 5-day sugar detox. We had them get a Team Beachbody account. And when people hear free, they literally are all over it. And then they're going to be connected to you because they're going to enjoy their experience and they're going to keep watching you. And then it's just that much more of a step closer to in the future. And I don't know, I was talking to your husband through Messenger, and he was saying, maybe he talked to you, I don't know. We discussed that all the people that come to your fit club, so they're linked to you, give them a card with your Team Beachbody and have them sign up for a free account. Just say, this is free, but this is the way that I can provide this fit club for you. And that way I am linked as your coach, as somebody who's helping you. Did he talk to you about that?
A little bit.
So,
but he really didn't say much about it.
So to get a free Team Beachbody account, literally all you do is just sign up, get a login number and an email. You never have to have a credit card or anything. And then they're going to see the stuff on the website too, and they're going to be interested. They're going to want more. I can promise you that. So I think it's a really, really smart thing to just say, like, welcome to our fit club. We appreciate you guys coming, just so that we can be sure that you're taken care of and that you're hooked to me as your coach or as your mentor or as your fit club advisor. I need you to sign up for a free account. And maybe even just say, like, my insurance is having me do this, you know, like for insurance purposes or whatever, like that way they're linked to you. So, and definitely run a free challenge group, like run an on-demand challenge group. It's $2.99 a week. Anybody can afford $2.99 a week. And it's a whole library. And then say, like, you can say, like Latavia said, give incentives. So for our 5-day sugar thing, whoever completes all of the different things, they get a point, and at the end, we're going to give them a sample of Shakeology. So you could get like a 7-day start pack, and you could say, you know, if you want to enjoy the benefits of Shakeology and you just want to try all different flavors, you can get just a try. I think it's $29.99. Or you can just do Beachbody on demand, and once they feel that experience with you, they're going to want more. So I think that's a really great idea to do. And I hate the free challenge groups because they're so much work, but it is good to give, and when you give, you receive. So, and I think too, like, people are sitting back and they're wondering, are you going to still be here in 2 months? You know? And they're going to keep watching and they're going to be interested. So maybe put that on the team page and say, does any other coaches want to collaborate with me and let's run a free group together? A free on-demand group, or not free, but an on-demand group, or you know what I mean?
Okay.
And even like we talked about doing the walking in water challenge, like any of those. Do a sugar one. Jill put all the information into the team page about the sugar one. And it's such a perfect time right now. Like Thanksgiving, let's do a pumpkin pie one. Like, we're going to detox from pumpkin pie. And there's going to be 5 days of healthy pumpkin recipes. You know, just be creative. So those are good ideas. Okay, did I get to everybody? Anybody else? Karen? Can I unmute you? Are you there? I'm picking on you. Okay, maybe she's not there. Karen, unmute yourself if you get a second and talk to us for a minute. Okay, so a few things that I wanted to talk to you guys about. That was fun to kind of go through and get everybody's ideas and what's working and what's not. Thank you guys for sharing all of your knowledge. Like I said, this is like a team effort, and that's the thing I love about Beachbody is you can call up the top coaches and be like, what's working for you? And they share it because, you know, people are going to connect to you and it's not a competitive business. So I wanted to ask you guys to think about the feeling you had after conference. After listening to conference for 2 days, think about that like burning desire to just be good and to just do good that you had. And that is why we do our personal development, so that we can be that positive ray of light that is just out being and doing good. Like I keep saying, when you give, you receive. And when you put that good vibe and positivity out into the world, that's truly what's going to attract people to you. I want you guys to look back and think back as to what touched you about this business. What posts did you read on Facebook that made you go, I think I want to do that? Was it the picture of 21 Day Fix and Autumn Calabrese? Or was it somebody sharing their story that made you have a feeling to connect to them? I want you to think about, you know, even if you talk to somebody, if you're at the grocery store, talk to people and just kind of carry yourself with confidence, carry yourself with light, fill yourself with light. When you're doing good, you're going to have a lot of bad come into your life too, and you have to be strong enough to push it away. And when you're growing, people are going to try really hard to tear you down. So we have to constantly fill ourselves with light. I have an alarm set on my phone, and I just started doing this like a couple of weeks ago, but it has been so fun to do. So I have it set for right after Isaac goes down for a nap, and the alarm goes off and it just says, go make 3 people's day today. So whether or not that's a phone call to an elderly person that you know, Whether or not it's a neighbor that you just knock on their door and say, hey, I just wanted to come over and give you a hug. Whether it's, you have 5 minutes to do it and you say a prayer and say, who's feeling down? Who needs to hear from me? And just send them a text, send them a voice message, send them a voice text, send them an instant message, send them an instant voice message on Messenger. And literally, just say, I was thinking about you today, and I hope you're having a great day, and this is why you're important to me. And that has helped me to keep a positive, upbeat feeling, because it is so easy to get torn down in this business and to have haters and to have people who, they either want to ride your light or they want to tear it down. And we have to keep ourselves strong enough to just be the flashlight. I remember on one of the diamond training calls with corporate, he said, as coaches, we are not bringing them a light bulb and turning it on for them, but we are being a flashlight that is shining them down a path. And we are being that flashlight that's reminding them that they can turn on their own light. And it really resonated with me when he said that. A couple other questions I want you to ask yourself. Are you having fun? Are you going through your checklist every day like you're cleaning toilets? I just have to get this done and it sucks. Because if you are, you need to change your mindset, because everybody's going to feel that. And they're going to feel like when you're messaging them or when you're talking to them that you're just another stressed out person who's just doing this to check it off their list. You need to remember to have fun and have joy in this business, because whatever personality trait you have or whatever funny thing that you do, that's you, and that's what's going to bring people to you. People like you for you. So make sure you're still having fun. Are you guys still being present in your life? I know the first couple of months that I was a coach, I literally felt and actually probably even this summer, I felt like I couldn't do anything fun with my kids. I had to be on this training call. I had, once I became Diamond, it was there's corporate training, there's Western region corporate training, there is Diamond training, and I was oh my gosh, I have 4 Zoom calls scheduled every single day of the week for training. And I didn't move my business forward because I wasn't messaging anybody. I wasn't doing anything fun with my kids. I literally was irritated that I had all these training calls because they were taking up so much time. I do think it's important to get on the training calls, but if you can't be live, just listen to the recording when you're doing your makeup or doing the dishes or vacuuming, whatever you can do. Just make sure you're being present and you're still living a life, that Beachbody has not consumed you, because if it consumes your life and it's all you can do or think about, you're going to get burnt out. And you have to, one of the things that brings people to this business is the lifestyle that this business creates. If you've struggled financially, or if you say you work full time, and all of a sudden, you've become a coach and you cut down to part-time, share that on your page. Let's say you used to work full-time and now you're able to be a stay-at-home mom. Share that on your page. Share the triumphs and the joys of coaching, and really make sure that you're feeling those yourself. I know that it can get, once you have a team and once you have customers and you're trying to check into all of your groups, it can get kind of mundane and you feel like all day long you're having to work on Beachbody. But you can't do that. You can't work on it all day. This is a fun, thing that we can do as we live our lives. So, are you showing interest in others? Are you going out and giving love? Are you complimenting people at the bank? Compliment somebody everywhere you go. Just be known as that person that always makes people leave you feeling better than when they came. Make sure, yesterday, I know we're getting low on time, but this will be a quick story. I've talked to some of you guys about the family situation that I'm in with the abuse of Jax, and yesterday at Jax's football game, I had an old friend who came to me and she was trying to dig and tear me down. And she just wanted me to gossip. She wanted me to talk bad about my in-laws. She was really like digging for information. She really wanted to start gossiping. And she's really good friends with one of my sister-in-laws, and she came up and she said, "Oh, your sister-in-law is just draining me, and I just can't handle her anymore, and I've just had to put my distance. And have you seen her? Are you guys talking?" And I just said to her, I knew that it was like and the old me would have been like, "Oh, let me just tell you." But I just said, "You know what? I'm sorry that you feel that way. She has a really good heart. She's a good person. I know that she can be overwhelming sometimes, but she has a lot of love to give, and sometimes she doesn't know how to give it." And it literally shut her up. Like, she quit trying to dig. And I really thought to myself, and then I just started complimenting this girl because I could tell she was in such like a deep, dark place that all she wanted to do was talk negatively about people. So I just started saying like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe how big your kids are." Like, she had a little boy on the team, and I'm like, "I remember when he was born, and he's always just been such a fighter, and he's such a cute kid." And when she left, I'd like to hope that her attitude had changed from being negative and wanting to gossip and discuss like deep, dark negativity stuff to hopefully she left being like a little bit lighter. So try to make it a goal to shine your light and make other people feel good when they leave you. Are you being bold? Are you putting yourself out there as you, the goofy, silly, messy, or organized, or whatever you are, like just you? And don't try to act perfect. Nobody's perfect. Perfect doesn't connect to anybody. None of us are perfect. So don't let the perfection side of this business stop you in your tracks. And then the last thing I wanted to leave you with was never let your current conditions or circumstances limit your vision or actions. And when I heard that, it really meant a lot to me because no matter where we are in this business or where we are in life, we can either make the choice to let it tear us down and decide that we're never going to, talk negatively to ourselves and say that we're never going to make it anywhere. Or we can say, yes, this and this has happened, and this is how I'm moving through it. So I challenge all of you guys to do that. And I am happy to know that you guys are such a light, and all of you are such a light in my life. And I'm grateful to have you all on this team, and I'm grateful to connect with all of you guys and to see how this is growing us and how we are all learning together. And I appreciate all your input and all of you guys showing up to this call. And if you have any questions, you know where to find me. And if you have anything that's working, if you want to make a video, if you have an idea, please share it with all of us because we are all a family. So I love you all, and I hope you have a good day. I'm sorry I went 10 minutes over the time. I kind of like to talk. So, thank you guys. Have a good day.
Bye, Jessica.
Bye.